What is going on, people? Inside that internet machine, the instant classic CM Retro. We are back with a pickup video. We have a substantially larger pile of games than we did last week. So we've got an awesome, really awesome Facebook Marketplace Xbox 360 deal. But yeah, let's get into it. All right, first things first, I hope everybody's had an awesome summer. What's today? The 8th or 9th or something. And garage sales are starting to come to a close. Kids are getting ready to start back to school. College football is right around the corner. I'm very excited. I love college football. But yeah, I hope you guys had just an awesome summer, man. It was hot here in Ohio. It was really, really hot. There were only a couple days where it was kind of bearable to be outside. All right, so first thing that we're going to talk about today, Nick T. Wolf, friend of the channel, friend of mine, friend of yours, friend of ours, one of the great dudes on YouTube, posted a video and he was talking about what would you do if you didn't have gaming in your life? If video games weren't a part of your life, what would you do? And you know, to be honest with you, I love to play golf. I'd probably play golf a little bit more. I mean, you got to change your mindset for the question, right? Like if you didn't care about going to game stores or going to garage sales or game hunting or whatever, what would you be doing with your free time? And, you know, like I said, I like golf, but if I had to pick a hobby that was sort of like gaming, you know, sports cars. I know sports cars are really hot right now, but for those of us that grew up in the 70s and 80s and the early part of the 90s, man, sports cars was a big deal. Even like the Marvel cards or the Robotech cards, the Looney Tune cards, you know, just opening packs of cards, Desert Storm trading cards, you know, all that stuff. And yeah, I guess if gaming wasn't in my life, if gaming wasn't ever invented, what would you be spending your time on? Leave your answer down below. I think mine would be golf and sports cars.
All right, so let's check out these Laserdiscs. Like I said, I got them free at Maxine's Bargain Box. They were kind of dabbling in getting into some different media like CDs, Laserdiscs, and they realized that these really don't sell that well online. People aren't coming into the store asking for them, so they sort of 86 that project. And I gave them some board games because they like to do board games in their store, and they gave me these Laserdiscs for free. That's basically the skinny of it. There's a couple here that I'm not going to be keeping into my collection, like Born on the 4th of July with Tom Cruise, Woody Woodpecker, 10 classic cartoons, Prince and the Pauper, and Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck Cartoons Collection 1. It's just not something that I would keep, you know, and they're not very valuable either, so I'll have them for trade. So if anybody wants to trade Laserdisc movies, those are up for trade. Schwarzenegger. Some of these Laserdiscs are pretty impressive because they like open up and they've got like all this extra screen art and stuff in there. But yeah, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, one of the greatest action movies of all time. People will say that's the greatest action movie of all time. I don't know. I like Predator and I like Aliens maybe a little bit more. But anyway, Beverly Hills Cop 2. Don't know if I'm going to keep that one. I think I have the collection on DVD. That's probably why. Lords of Discipline. I may watch that and then get rid of it. Lethal Weapon, here we go. I already own Lethal Weapon 2, so now we added Lethal Weapon 1. We're getting close to the complete Lethal Weapon collection. Definitely keeping Clint Eastwood, The Gauntlet, Judgment Night with Cuba Gooding Jr. and Emilio Estevez. Emilio! And that looks like Dennis Leary right there. Big Ray Liotta fan, so these are definitely going into the collection. That's Turbulence and No Escape. Ray Liotta is in one of my favorite movies of all time. It's called Unlawful Entry. If you've never seen it, check it out. It's got Kurt Russell, Madeline Stowe. Great movie, but yeah, those are the comics. So here are the more expensive Laserdiscs. These are definitely going into the collection just because they're kind of rare. They're kind of hard to find. Believe it or not, Assault and Matrimony on Laserdisc. If you look this up, there's probably only about 8 of them on eBay, and they range between $43 and $200. So I don't know, maybe one print run kind of thing. Who knows? Horror movies, Evil Spirits, you know, never really see those on Laserdisc or VHS or any of the other old media because people buy them and collect them and they hold on to them, which is okay. But to add one is pretty cool. This movie is quite valuable. Bounty Hunter 2002. Yes, they were doing Laserdisc in 2002. And I think they started this in like 97. It was like Bounty Hunter 97, 98, 99, 2000. But this one has Jeff Conway, who was kind of famous. If you know anything about movies and old TV shows, he was in Grease and he was on the show Taxi. It's a post-apocalyptic movie, which I love, like Mad Max or something. The Aftermath, another post-apocalyptic movie. I love that cover art. And then the movie that I'm actually going to watch as soon as I get done making this video, Jesse Ventura in Abraxas. You are not cool unless you have Abraxas on Laserdisc cool. Now, Jesse Ventura was in some movies beforehand. He was like in The Running Man or whatever. But this is the movie where he was like Mr. Lead Role. And this movie is so bad, he never got a lead role again. You know, he's like in Predator. You know, he did a bunch of Arnold movies. You know, but Abraxas, yeah, not a great movie. It's actually a pretty valuable Laserdisc as far as Laserdiscs are concerned, but very happy to add that to the collection. Thank you so much to all the folks at Maxine's Bargain Box for hooking me up. I'll leave a link to their Facebook and everything in the description if you want to check them out. They also have an eBay store, and their prices are actually really reasonable for a video game store, so make sure you check them out. There's their shout out. They said, give us a shout out. Okay, there's your shout out. They were joking, of course, but you know me, I'm going to give them a shout out anyway.
You know, oh, and I'll leave a link to Nick's channel down below. Nick sort of does like a potpourri of things. Like sometimes it's gaming, sometimes it's movies, sometimes it's like a Lego thing. So he just kind of does a little bit of everything. Like I said, real nice dude. But you know, sort of the main topic that we want to talk about, that I want to talk about this time around, is I saw this video, and it was, you know, these YouTubers that go out to these garage sales, right? And a lot of times they'll want to flex like what they got or whatever. But these are like resellers, right? So they'll go to the garage sales and they'll do whatever it is they're gonna do as a reseller at these garage sales. And it was the husband and wife one that's real popular. I want to say Harry Tornado. That may not be right, so I apologize if this isn't you. But they were upset that this dress that they wanted to buy to resell was $20. And they're saying like, well, you know, prices are just too high. And it's like, no, and I can't, first of all, I can't believe you have the balls to post that on the internet. But it's like, prices aren't too high. They're just not in your price range to resell and make a profit on. You know what I mean? Like, if this bottle of water was $10 at a store and someone had it at a garage sale for $7, that's a 30% discount. It's still underpriced, but nobody's gonna buy it because you can't sell this online for $10 if you bought it for $7 and make a profit. Price would be too high if this was, you know, $10 in the store and somebody at a garage sale was trying to charge $20 for it. That's when the price is too high. But the idea is that you are so narcissistic, you are so entitled that you don't understand that the price really isn't that high. It's just at a price range where you can't turn a profit on it. And to be so sort of cavalier and show that sort of aggression and prices are too high, that sort of anger and ignorance, it really kind of shows the character of those people, you know. And it's like we went through this with the video game community when Patreon and all this other stuff, where they started hiding content behind paywalls. The exact same thing happened. These people feel like they are entitled to make a living off of these other people. So you feel like I should go to a garage sale and be able to get everything for $1 and sell it for $50 on my you know, my whatnots and whatever. It's almost like you're entitled to get those deals, and you're not. The world is changing. Okay, garage sales, maybe some people, everybody's a little different situation. We're moving, we're downsizing, we want to get rid of this stuff. Cool. Kids moved out, I want to get rid of this stuff. Cool. You know, I used to sell on eBay, so I just want to sell all my extra inventory and get out of it. Cool. But the idea that you are upset that someone is trying to get a little bit of money for their stuff, like some people now use garage sales as their side hustle. They order pallets and just sell stuff. This lady down the street, very nice lady, doesn't want to pay antique booth fees anymore. So every weekend she has a garage sale and she's selling her items at a garage sale for what she was selling them for at the antique mall, you know. And it's their garage sale, it's their stuff, you price it whatever you want, but don't confuse the price, it's overpriced and the price is too high with, I'm butthurt because I can't make a profit on this item. And I think that's what's good. Listen, all these people that are anti-reseller, you know, while I don't agree with everything they have to say, they do make some valid points about the reselling community. You know what I mean? So if the price was too high or out of your price range to sell it, then I certainly wouldn't make a video complaining about this lady's garage sale, the prices were so high, blah, blah. You know what? It's either a good deal for you or not. If it's not, try and work something out to where it is a good deal for you. If it's not, then walk away. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why you needed to post that on the internet, lashing out. I mean, your lack of emotional control. It's like, if you're willing to do that on camera, how do you treat people off camera? That's the question that I want to know. I don't know. What do you guys think about that type of behavior from these reselling channels when they go to garage sales? They don't get the deal that they want, and they start being crybabies like little children. Leave a comment down below. But this is a video game show, and we do have some video games to show. So let's get right into that. So I posted a video earlier this week of the live video game trade show, which is on Saturday, August 23rd. So make sure you check out that video. In fact, you know what? I'll leave it in the end screen so you can just click it and go to the video and check out what I have for trade. So I go to this garage sale, and the prices are too high. And they have a bunch of Looney Tunes stuff, you know, little plush and little figures and whatever. They have one video game. It was Looney Tunes Twubble on the Game Boy with color adaptation. I don't know what these cartridges are specifically called other than Game Boy. Yeah, so $1 makes you holler. I said, hey, you got any more Game Boy or any more Game Boy stuff for video games? She was like, nope, that's all we have, just that one. And I was like, all right, so Looney Tunes Twubble on the Game Boy. Went out game hunting today a little bit, and man, you know when you haven't been to the stores in a while and they've sort of adjusted their inventory, like new stuff has come in. I've been looking for this game for a while. It's not an expensive game. It's not very rare or anything like that. It's a Zombieland double tap road trip on the PS4. It's kind of a top down, almost like a twin stick shooter, shoot 'em up type game, you know. There's a disc, because just in case you don't know what a disc looks like. It was $8. It goes for $10 online, so I got a 20% discount. The price was not too high. Jackasses. But yeah, I look forward to playing this. I was thinking this would be a cool, like, you know, October game, since people like to play horror themed games in October. Thought maybe I'd put this one on the shelf and grab it in a couple months and run through it. Apparently it's not too difficult, but yeah, we'll give that a go. All right, so you know, Facebook Messenger, Facebook Marketplace is always a weird place. Like Tyler's having like the worst time on Marketplace with people trying to lowball him, and they're like, hey, I'd really love to have this. I don't have the money right now, but would you take half next Friday? And my girlfriend doesn't have a car, so you'll have to deliver it to me. You know what I mean? Like, he has like so many problems with that nonsense. I don't, for whatever reason. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, just my area or whatever. But this lady posted this huge lot of Xbox 360 games, and she was like $3 each or $50 for the lot. And I started to do a buy cost analysis, and I'm like, well, there's 39 games and one controller, so I'll just buy them all, like for $1.50 a piece, for $1.50 an item. You know, we'll definitely take it. So she doesn't message me for like a day or two, and I'm like, this deal's gone because there's some really good games in here. Somebody's probably already bought them. Then she hits me up. I get off work at 7 a.m., get home at 8, I'm asleep, right? I just somehow woke up at 2, and she messaged me, and she's like, hey, can you meet today? And da-da. So we set up a time and a place, and we met, and I got this deal. It was initially $50, but I gave her an extra 10. I don't know why I do that. I do that. I don't know. People are like, how much is this Lego? Oh, they're $50. Okay, well, I'll give you 60. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe there's value there, so I don't want to feel. And I thought the games were like 50 and the controller was extra, so I was just like, you know, I'll give you $60. No big deal. Yeah, so let's take a look at those. All right, so I kind of broke this up into 4 different categories. There was a controller, and it works. I just played through Death Smiles with this controller, got the battery pack, and I'll just clean it, and I always buy replacement thumbsticks. So while I take this thing apart, I'll give it brand new thumbsticks, you know, with the grip on it and everything. So very nice controller. So yeah, again, everything essentially is $1.50. So here are the games that were loose disc only. She just had them in a stack and she was like, here you go. So I put them in these cases. They all need to be cleaned. They all need to be resurfaced. So we got MXGP. Oh, at my local store, Maxine's, they've got a bunch of cases and manuals in their back room. And they'll let me go back there and figure out like, hey, do you have the case and manual for this game? And they'll probably give it to me for like $1 or $2. MXATV Alive. Let me know if any of these are like games that you should probably play, that are good games. Always have to have Assassin's Creed in these lots. There's Assassin's Creed 2, Lego Indiana Jones, the original trilogy, Lego Marvel Superheroes, Grand Theft Auto 4, Men in Black Alien Crisis. I don't know anything about that game, but maybe it's a cool like action shooter. I would like to get the case manual and map for this, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on the 360, as I do want to play San Andreas. I do have it on the PS2 though. Okay, these games are cooked. Okay, they're gonna need to be resurfaced. These cases are gonna need to be thrown away. Look at this. This is the Call of Duty 2 Special Edition. Okay, let me know how a case ends up like this. How does a game case? Guys, listen. In my experience, out of all the years I've been doing this, Xbox 360 cases are generally the most screwed up. Like, I don't have these types of problems with other consoles. I don't know what it is. Here's the bonus disc that goes with that. A Disney Infinity 2.0. I gotta figure out how to get that. Again, how does this happen? You know? Where did that case go? Did something fall on it? Something crush it? Who knows? Lego Jurassic World. This one's probably gonna be okay. It's just bent down at the bottom there. Advanced Warfare. Call of Duty Ghosts. So these are basically... Oh, this one's missing a disc. Otherwise, this one's actually in not bad shape. Yeah, so, yeah, look at this. How does that happen? Sonic Unleashed, it's got water damage on the bottom, so I'm throwing away this entire thing except for the disc. We'll resurface that disc. What the hell, man? Reflex MX versus ATV. Again, these cases are all broken. I ordered replacement cases so we can, you know, fix this. Halo 4, this is going to have to be thrown away. It's water damaged, really bad, but both of the discs are in there, and I will save this case because it is a dual disc case. And then the last one, this was kind of a bummer. Gears of War 3, it has this like indent in the back, like it was pressed onto something, but it does have stickers. So, you know, at the trade show, if you guys need these stickers, or maybe they'll have the cover art at Maxine's and I can kind of re-complete that, put it back together. Yeah, so those were the games that were kind of rough. So the next stack of games, these are games that maybe just need a case replacement or a light resurfacing. They're not like in the worst condition ever. Of course, this game was in like immaculate condition, and it's the game that's worth the least. Connected Ventures with all the crap in there. There was also a 360 Connect with the cables. It's over there, so that's all going to just get traded in. I'm not dealing with the Xbox Connect. This was kind of a bummer. This is Sega Superstars Tennis. I'm just going to give this to Surf Blue at the trade show. It's supposed to have an Xbox Live Arcade disc in here, I believe, but it doesn't. It's just the tennis game and the manual, so I'll get that resurfaced, put it in a better case, and we'll just send that to him. He likes a good tennis game. Actually might keep this one after I clean the disc. This is Medal of Honor Warfighter Limited Edition, and this is not a game I would probably ever play, but it includes access to the exclusive Battlefield 4 beta, the US SEAL Sniper Unlock, and the Zero Dark 30 map pack. So, yeah, I mean, it's got both discs, complete, all that stuff, so that's pretty sick. It's got special forces from the United States, Canada, Great Britain, Norway, Sweden, Germany, South Korea, Poland, the Soviet Union, Russia, and Australia. So pretty dope right there. Maybe I would play that when I retire or something. Modern Warfare 3. Sorry for the bright light, man. It's kind of it's not good. UFC 3 Undisputed. Borderlands, Left 4 Dead 2, Dead Island. Again, I think these cases, man, like, jeez. The Walking Dead, the Telltale games. Telltale games are pretty good, man. I like them. But again, needs a case replacement. I just don't know how people... I mean, she said they were her son's games, so, you know, some kid stomping on these cases and leaving them on the floor and shit. The Walking Dead Survival Instincts. I don't think I have this. If I did, it would be on the PS3, but if I don't, I might keep it because I love Walking Dead stuff. Supreme Commander 2. Surf Blue said this is a pretty good game. It's a strategy game made by Square Enix. You can see on the back there what we're doing in this game. Again, needs a case replacement and a light resurfacing, so I don't know if I'm going to keep that one, but Surf Blue recommends. This one I probably will keep, just needs a very light resurfacing. This is Combat Evolved, the Halo Anniversary, and you know, it's complete. It's got the insert in there, everything. So the disc just needs to be resurfaced, and then I'll get these stickers off and replace the case and all that stuff. So yeah, so those are the games that just need a little TLC, and they will be back on the shelf. They'll be good to go. All right, so last stack of games, these will just get resurfaced, thrown on my eBay store, you know, to help recoup costs and all that stuff. If anybody's interested in some of this stuff, let me know. I'll just bring it to the trade show, and then if anybody wants it, then I'll list it. But you know, I don't really sell a lot of GTAs or a lot of Call of Duties on my eBay store. It's just I'll list it, but it never sells. And there's a million of them out there, so you know, trying to get somebody to notice your item on your store. They're typically long tail items for me, and you could probably get them on the Microsoft store or something for a couple of bucks. So those games I clean, resurface. I'll keep a couple so I can bundle with a console, because I always like to sell consoles with games. And then after the trade show, I put a big box together of games, take them up to my local store and just trade them in, just get rid of them. So yeah, these are the games that will get resurfaced and sold. So Sims 3, I actually sell this game pretty well. I don't usually have a long hold time on it, but this game has really dropped in value. During COVID, Sims 3 and Sims 3 Pets is like 20-25 bucks. Now this is like an $8 game, you know what I mean? And you're happy to sell it. Minecraft Story Mode, a Telltale series. This game, if it wasn't for the case, would be ready to sell right now. You know, another $10 to $15 right there. Tyler called dibs on Minecraft, so I'll resurface this, get it listed. Not get it listed, but I'll have it ready for him. He's supposed to come over tomorrow, so I'm probably not going to resurface it tonight. I'll just wait for him to come over tomorrow. And while he's doing my brake work on the car, I'll fire up the disc resurfacer and get that ready for him. Portal 2. People like Portal. I've never played a Portal game. She said this was her favorite game, Overlord. Never heard of it, never played it, don't know anything about it, but it's still about a $10 game. We'll get that listed. And then we got these two games. I have no idea what to do with these two games. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. I've never played any of these games. I don't care about these games, but these games will look baller in a brand new case. They just have like surface, dirt, and dust, and gunk, but they come with the manual and the map. The discs are in pretty good shape. So it's like, what do you do with these games? They're like $7 games. I could throw them up on eBay and sell them, but you know, when they're complete with the map like that, I hate to see it go. This one's got like a texture to it. Feels like bark or something. I don't know. I don't know what to do with those games. What would you guys do? Would you sell them individually? Would you trade them in? Would you lot them up? What would you do with these two games if you didn't want to keep them? So I basically bought this lot for 3 items. Here we go. These 2 games and that controller. Because I figured for 60 bucks, this controller will sell for 20, and that's a third of the value that I paid. So that'll be cool. Spider-Man Edge of Time. Play as Spider-Man 2099. How about that? Complete. It's weird. The condition on everything else is in such terrible shape. But this is actually pretty good condition. It'll just need a light resurfacing. Got a couple light scratches. We'll get those off of there, get it tested. But the thing is, I already have this. I have it on the PlayStation 3, so I don't need an Xbox 360 copy. I don't like to keep copies of the same game on different consoles unless they're distinctively different, or there's like an upgrade of some type to them, DLC, something unique. But I'll bring it to the trade show. If it doesn't get traded, then I'll either sell it or throw it in the doubles bin. But I wanted to keep this one, the Simpsons game. This is a game that you don't really see a lot at your stores anymore. And my theory is people just don't trade them in. You know, collectors have either kept them or they're going to throw them on eBay and ask for they're going to ask for high prices. That's the phrase of the episode. The price was too high. So I got a light resurface on that disc, and we should be good to go. I'm pretty excited to give this one a try. But, you know, this game, is it worth the 60, 70, 80 bucks that people are asking for it on eBay? I don't know. Oh, it looks like I had a Best Buy exclusive poster. So that's missing. And, you know, there's a scratch. There's a break in the cover art right there by Homer's nose. But anyway, we're adding that to the collection, so it doesn't matter. But, yeah, I got a lot of work to do. We got to resurface all of these discs, figure out which cases we're going to just throw away and which cases we're going to be able to clean and keep and use. Anyway, what have you been picking up? Leave a comment down below. How's your summer been? Leave a comment down below. Are you ready for your kids to start going back to school? Leave a comment down below. It's going to say yes, I already know. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, share on social media. Don't forget to bang that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all of your instant classic CM retro gaming goodness. Guys, take care of yourselves, and we will see you on the next one.